I'm back. As you can see, it's a new setting. I had a crazy day. It's 4 a.m. I could not end my day without reading. So let's get to it. With each new canvas, Travis' excitement grew. His delight and enthusiasm were genuine. Were genuine too. Initially, she thought that he might be humoring her, but soon she was certain he was not disguising his true reaction. Moving from canvas to canvas and back again, he said, "Your sense of color is excellent." Einstein accompanied Travis around the room, adding a soft woof after each of his master's statements and vigorously wagging his tail as if expressing agreement with the assessment. "There's such mood in these pieces," Travis said. "Wolf, your control of the medium is astonishing. I have no sense that I'm looking at thousands of brush strokes. Instead, it seems as if the picture just appeared on the canvas magically. Wolf, it's hard to believe you've had no form of schooling. Wolf, Nora, these are easily good enough to sell. Any gallery would take these in a minute. Wolf, you could not only make a living at this, I think you could build one hell of a reputation." Because she had not dared to admit how seriously she had always taken her work, Nora had often painted one picture over another, using a canvas again and again. As a consequence, as a consequence, many of her pieces were gone forever. But in the attic, she had stored more than 80 of her best paintings. Now, because Travis insisted, they brought down more than a score of those wrapped canvases, tore off the brown paper, and propped them on the living room furniture. For the first time in Nora's memory, that dark chamber looked bright and welcoming. "Any gallery would be delighted to do a show of these," Travis said. "In fact, tomorrow, let's load some of them into the truck and take them around to a few galleries. Hear what they say." "Oh, no, no. I promise you, Nora, you won't be disappointed." She was suddenly in the clutches of anxiety. Although thrilled by the prospect of a career in art, she was also frightening by the big step she would be taking, like walking off the edge of a cliff. She said, "Not yet. In a week or a month, we'll load them in a truck and take them to to a gallery, but not yet, Travis. But not yet, Travis. I just can't. Can't handle it. Can't handle it yet." He grinned at her. Sensory overload again? Einstein came to her and rubbed against her leg, looking up with a sweet expression that made Nora smile. Scratching behind the dog's ear, she said, "So much has happened so fast. I can't absorb it all. I keep having to fight off attacks of dizziness. I feel a little bit as if I'm on a carousel that's whirling around faster and faster, out of control." What she said was true to an extent, but that was not the only reason she wished to delay going public with her art. She also wanted to move slowly in order to have time to savor every glorious development. If she rushed into things, the transformation from reclusive spinster to a full-fledged participant in life would go too fast, and later it would be just a blur. She wanted to enjoy every moment of her metamorphosis as if she were an invalid who had been confined since birth to a single dark room full of life support equipment, and as if she had just been miraculously cured. Nora Devon was coming cautiously out into a new world. Travis was not solely responsible for Nora's emergence from reclusion. Einstein had an equally large role in her transformation. The retriever had obviously decided that Nora could be trusted with the secret of his extraordinary intelligence. After the modern bride and baby business in Solvang, the dog gave her glimpse after glimpse of his dog-like mind at work. Taking his lead from Einstein, Travis told Nora now how he had found a retriever in the woods and how something strange and never seen had been pursuing it. He recounted all the amazing things the dog had done since then. He also told her of Einstein's occasional bouts with anxiety in the heart of the night, when he sometimes stood at a window and stared out the darkness as if he believed the unknown creature in the woods would find him. They sat for hours one evening in Nora's kitchen, drinking pots of coffee and eating homemade pineapple cake and discussing explanations for the dog's uncanny intelligence. When not cadging bits of cake, Einstein listened to them with interest, as if he understood what they were saying about him. And sometimes he whined and paced impatiently, as if frustrated that his canine vocal apparatus did not permit him to speak. But they were mostly spinning their wheels because they had no explanations worth discussing. I believe he could tell us where he comes from, why he's so damn different from other dogs, Nora said. Einstein brusquely swept the air after, with his tail. Oh, I'm sure of it, Travis said. He's got a human like self awareness. He knows he's different, and I suspect he knows why. And I think he'd like to tell us about it if he could only find a way. The retriever barked once, ran to the far end of the kitchen, ran back, looked up at them, did a frantic little dance at a purely human frustration, and finally slumped on the floor with his head on his paws, alternately chuffing and whining softly. Nora was intrigued by the story of the night that the dog had gotten excited over Travis's book collection. He recognizes that books are means of communication, she said, and maybe he senses there's a way to use books to bridge the communications gap between him and us. How? Travis asked as he lifted another forkful of pineapple cake. Nora shrugged. I don't know. But maybe the problem was that your books weren't the right kind. Weren't the right kind. Novels, you said. You said? Novels, you said. Yeah, fiction. She said, maybe what we need is books with pictures, images he can react to. Maybe if we gathered up a lot of picture books of all kinds and magazines with pictures, and maybe if we spread them out on the floor and worked with Einstein, maybe we'd find some way to communicate with him. The retriever leaped to his feet and padded directly to Nora. From the expression on his face and from the intent looked in his eyes, Nora knew that her proposal was a good one. Tomorrow, she would collect dozens of books and magazines and put the scheme into operation. It's going to take a lot of patience. Travis warned her. I've got oceans of patience. You may think you have, but sometimes dealing with Einstein gives a whole new meaning to the word. Turning to Travis, the dog blew air out of his nostrils. The prospects, the prospects for more direct communication looked bleak during the first few sessions with the dog on Wednesday and Thursday, but the big breakthrough was not long in coming. Friday evening, June 4th, they found a way, and after that, their lives could never be the same. I'm gonna leave it there because it's late, and I need sleep. But quick recap of what I read. Travis still astonished by Nora's paintings and is trying to get her to take her paintings to galleries because he believes in her. He believes in her potential. He believes that her paintings could really make her money, and is really nervous and wants to take her time. She wants to take baby steps with her coming out of her own shell. I don't know if I said that right, but yeah, she wanted to take things slow instead of rushing into everything. And also left off where both Travis and Nora were scheming up a plan to get Einstein to communicate with them easier. And the plan that they agreed on was going to the library and getting picture books so it would be easier for Einstein to communicate with both of them because Travis had told Nora everything that had happened with him and Einstein. But yeah, that's the quick recap.